Welcome, I'm Aliki. I'm here to help you upgrade your energy. In this video, I'm going to talk about a video I watched today by Doughty called "This Video Will Shift Your Level of Consciousness." Now, Aaron has been making videos for several years now on YouTube. He's been sharing his knowledge that he gains from books he reads, from videos he watches, and from listening to his heart, from messages he gets from his daily meditation. The reason I enjoy watching his videos is because he's so full of energy. He's enthusiastic, he gets excited about things that he learns, he wants to share it, and he wants to take people with him in this big shift. And I find this amazing. I think that this is something that we all need to be involved in, raising our frequency, raising our vibration, listening to our heart, moving into our heart center, and shifting, because it's something that we're all doing together. Whether we are aware of it or not, we are all moving together. Now, I'd like to talk about some things that he mentions or talks about in his video. One of the things was that he talks about his childhood. He's talked about this many times in his videos of how he had a very, very difficult childhood. And I find it truly admirable how he has managed to become an example, a beautiful example of no matter what past you have, how painful it may have been, you can shift beyond this. You can raise your frequency, you can raise your awareness. And the most beautiful way to teach this is by being an example of this. And he truly is an example of moving beyond it. He doesn't just talk about letting go, he shows that he has let go. He shows that he did let go of his painful past. He did let go of being put in certain boxes and being a shoe salesman, and he's expanded so much beyond this. And I think this is a great example for all of us to see. Another thing is that he talks about inspiring new people to share their information on YouTube, to create a YouTube channel, and I love this, and this is what I have recently done. And so he inspires so many people to follow this big shift, to follow their heart and share the information that they have, to share the knowledge, the wisdom that they find in source energy within them, and teach others how to do this. Now, he has this thing that he likes to show, which is, it shows I don't even remember what it's called, but it shows different numbers showing the level, the calibration levels of your consciousness. Even he is aware, just before he shows it, he says, I don't like labeling things. And I know that sooner or later, probably sooner, he's going to stop referring to this chart, labeling people's levels of consciousness. Now, we each have our own levels. We each move through this, but it's not that you're at one level and that's it, and then you just keep going. You can, and it's not that they are really in a specific row. You can't name it. Now I'm there, now I'm there. Maybe 1 minute you're at a certain place, and the next minute you're somewhere higher, and then you drop again. It's not like I have reached this level and that's it. Unless you've reached complete enlightenment and you've incorporated everything, it's not that you're at one level and then you keep going. You may drop. Another thing is that you can't really put numbers on it. And I know he's aware of this, because you can't put numbers on something like this. Another thing is that you don't move from one level to another. It's not like a ladder. It's not like you're going through classes in a university or at school. It is of incorporating more and more and expanding beyond it. The more you move, into your heart center, into your core, into source energy, the more expansive your energy becomes, because it's the going within that expands your energy to higher frequency, higher vibration, and it expands outwards. It becomes more expansive with greater depth and expansiveness. So it's not that you move from one level to the other, it's that you incorporate more and more. He also talks about how he used to keep wanting, or that his videos were about wanting and the law of attraction, and he realized that then he went into constantly doing, and that it was a lot of doing. We all go through these levels, we all go through these stages, and I see them more as cycles, but they are necessary. And he's aware of this because he talks about how all the things that we've experienced in our life, when we see that they are for us, that they are blessings for us, and they didn't happen to us, they happened for us, we know that all these cycles that we go through, these levels that we may go through, that they were all necessary. They all brought us to where we are now. So yes, we can go through a certain stage in our life where we keep wanting things and maybe not putting it in so much action, and then we go into a lot of action and maybe overdrive. The way he talks about his trip in Costa Rica, that he kept wanting to post videos, make videos, and kept doing things, and he went into overdrive of doing, but that's brought him to where he is right now. And we all go through this level. It's not that we just one day wake up and we've got it all in complete balance. We do put certain parts into overdrive until we find the balance. Now, then you go into being. Being doesn't exclude having a reason for things. He mixed up a bit, there was a bit of confusion of having a reason for the things you do and reasoning. Reasoning is more in the mind. A reason, if it comes from the heart, having a reason for the things you do, if it's coming from the heart, the reason and the result will come on a completely different level, and they will come from source. Source doesn't just, it's not that you just be and that's it, and you don't need to do, you don't want, you don't anything, you just be. Being has so many levels of action that may not be visible to those around us, but there is so much going on. There is a reason, of course there is a reason to everything that you do. When you reach higher frequencies and you reach higher vibration, there is always a reason in what you do. And you could tell me, what's the reason in playing and having fun? I see that he enjoys walking around and filming himself as he walks around. And I love this because when you walk, you are more in a flow. You've involved your the motion of your physical body, and it's easier to connect into your heart. And for this to flow forward, he goes more into the flow. Whether he's doing it consciously or not, he calls it having fun. And having fun is also a reason. This can be a reason if you use your reasoning to say, what's the reason in having fun? But there is a reason in having fun, because that's where true creative power comes forward. That's where true source energy flows forward into the physical. So when he's walking and he's filming himself and he says, oh, it's just for the fun of it, there is huge reason to this. There is huge amounts of source energy pouring through. And whether you are listening to the exact words he's saying, or you're just watching him and feeling his energy, again, that is enough. That is where we talk about being is enough. Being, you can just be standing. You see a tree and the tree is just standing, and you say the tree is being, but the tree is giving oxygen into the air. It's doing so many things. Its roots are holding the soil together. Its roots are moving the water from the atmosphere, into the roots, the flow of the water. It's all happening, and it's giving so much life. It's not just the beauty you see in experiencing the tree. It is that without the tree, you wouldn't be able to experience, because that is how you are breathing. And it's the breath that brings all this flow of energy in you. So if you think of it's the flow of energy in the trees that you breathe in, it's not just a tree being, but someone that would just see a tree from the outside and just see it standing there. Say the tree's just standing there. It's blowing in the wind, it's beautiful, I can sit in its shade, but there's so much more to it. And when we move beyond labels, we move beyond numbers, we move beyond reasoning, and we move into our heart center. And this just flows in all of us, in every cell, in every fiber of your existence, in all of your being, and it expands outwards into all that is around you. That is the shift. That is all you really need to do. So the beauty in it is that it's truly simple. What is hard, what makes it difficult, is for you to truly let go. And Aaron does talk about this a lot, about letting go. He's made many videos about letting go, and I enjoy watching them so much. But it's if you try to understand these videos with your mind, and you try to use your logic, you try to use your reasoning, you are not truly going to understand what he is talking about. It's only if you listen with your heart and you understand that letting go means just letting go of all the energy related to this. It doesn't mean wiping out, it doesn't mean erasing it from the past, it doesn't mean erasing it from your memory. It means letting go of all your attachment, your emotional attachment to this. Being aware that it was a blessing, being grateful for it. And gratitude is such a huge thing. Gratitude, being grateful for it. And he talks about this in this specific video again, when he says that when he became grateful for the lessons he learned from his painful past, that's when he was truly able to let go. Now, if you listen to what he's saying and you listen to it with your mind, you're not going to understand what he truly did. It's only if you listen with your heart and you truly, truly just let go. Let go. That is what true healing comes from. That is where you truly are able to reach higher levels, higher expansiveness and depth within you. The true you comes forward. When you incorporate it all into one big embrace, that's how you expand beyond it. That's how you no longer are affected by it. And it's a huge incorporation of everything, of all within you, around you, and that's your expansiveness, the expansiveness and the beauty of you. Everything you do from this point forward, do it with your heart. Listen with your heart. See with your heart. Experience with your heart. Move your attention, your energy, your focus into your heart. And then you will truly understand what it is you are experiencing, what it is you are hearing, seeing, doing. It will all have such deeper meaning, and you will truly, truly understand. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch more videos like this, subscribe and like.